Hi, my name is Sam Lamar, and this is my speech number 4, Special Occasion. My life has had plenty of firsts. I can remember the first time I rode a bike, first time I drove a car. Of course, there are many special first experiences that have happened, like the birth of my first child 22 years ago. 3 weeks ago, I had another special first in my life. Another special first was my granddaughter was born. On October 28th at 5:53 p.m., my granddaughter Leah Alexis was born. She weighed 6 pounds 6 ounces and was 19 inches long, and the spitting image of my son when he was a baby. I found it very difficult to describe what it was like to be a grandfather. I thought a long time about how I could describe what it feels like to be a grandfather for the first time. To me, being a grandfather for the first time is like a Sour Patch Kid. First it's sour, then it's sweet. In February, when my son told me that I was going to be a grandfather, my son was worried that I might be upset with him. I reassured him that that wasn't the case. I told him it would be another baby to love, just as we loved all of them. The sour part of my analogy to the Sour Patch Kid had absolutely nothing to do with the baby. It had to do with the fact that when you hear you're going to be a grandfather for the first time, it hits you that you're getting old. On one hand, I think I would I can't be a grandfather. After all, I have a 4-year-old daughter. Then reality sets in, and I realize that I have a 22-year-old son. I eventually began to accept the fact that I was going to be a grandfather, which meant that yes, I am getting older. That is when the sour part turned sweet. As I thought about becoming a grandfather, I began to realize all the benefits that come along with this new title. I have a new baby that I could play with and hold. I don't have to be the one getting up at 3 a.m. to feed the baby, and I can hand her back to her dad when she needs her diaper changed. I would hear constant jokes from friends and family about becoming an old pappy. I just laugh because, yes, I am becoming a pappy, but not an old pappy. I'm going to be a young pappy. I had to work the day my son's fiancée went into the hospital to have the baby. My wife went along for support and kept me updated. She called me at 6 o'clock that evening to tell me we had a new granddaughter. She had the baby much faster than we expected. My wife told me to hurry and get to the hospital so I could see the baby. I got to the hospital just in time. When I walked back to labor and delivery, I saw a bassinet sitting in the hallway. The nurse told me that that was my granddaughter and that she was just about to take her to the nursery. I reached into the bassinet and picked her up. She was wide awake. I could not believe how much she looked like my son when he was a baby. My son came and was so excited. I was very glad I got there in time to see her. She is beautiful, and I love her just as I love my own children. After getting through those feelings of disbelief about getting older, I have to admit that I think it was going to be really great. I think it's going to be really great to be a grandfather. Thank you very much for listening.